here at the Pottsville Bike Hike Trail, and as you can see, it's very dog friendly too. Look at this really cool fountain right here that your dog would enjoy drinking from, and of course, you have the little dog potty thing right over here. But let's take a walk on the trail to see just what we could find out. All right, follow me. As you can see, this is a paved trail, so it's for all people. And it's also well maintained. You can see it's mowed, and there's plantings around here, benches for people to sit on, and of course you can appreciate not only the plants and flowers, but there are birds, squirrels, wildlife is here too. So let's go check that out and see what we can find out. Well, alongside the trail there are a number of trees, and they also have posts that have the name of the tree that you're looking at. This tree right here is a red oak, and boy, it stands majestic right next to this trail. And of course, down below here, you can see the white flowers of a typical summertime flower that you'll find even in your own lawn. And that's the white clover there. And bees love that. Well, here's a good summer flower. This goes by two names. You can see, obviously it looks very lacy. Well, guess what? It's called Queen Anne's lace. But another name, and an older name, is wild carrot. If you pull this up, you'll see the root looks like a little green carrot. And it does taste and smell like a carrot. Now, when the flowers go to seed, you can actually take those seeds, pinch them off, and put them in a salad, and they'll enhance the flavor of your salad. So there you go. You got the seed and the root that's from this plant. Well, as you can see, this area is a good home for cottontail rabbits. And this one is a little young one. Boy, I have a feeling it doesn't know where it wants to go. It keeps going this way and that way. But boy, you take a look at their nose, it wiggles a whole lot. And of course, they're called cottontails because their tail looks like a big ball of cotton right there. So I would say that this was born this year, probably somewhere around here. There it goes. All right. Of course, along the trail, you have to have seen this. This is knotweed. It's also called Japanese fleece flower, Japanese knotweed, bamboo. A lot of folks in the coal region call it monster weed. But what happens is it has flowers, and I would say that by the end of summer there will be flowers on these plants. And I was told by a beekeeper friend of mine that, believe it or not, the flowers from knotweed, fleece flower, bamboo, whatever you want to call it, makes the best honey. I was like, really? So, and another thing that can happen is you see this along waterways, and to stave off erosion, of course, this stuff grows there, and the roots hold the bank together. And well, when they have a flood, the bank is still held together because the root system is very strong. So there's pluses and minuses to this type of plant right here. Well, here's a very beautiful tree that you see along the trail here, and we have a special guest appearance from former student intern from last year, Laura DeHart, who's also our videographer, by the way. Laura, this is a beech tree. You can see beech nuts here, but understand you have some more information about beech trees. Tell us.
I'm currently reading a book called The Secret Life of Trees, and in the book it talks about how beech trees and oak trees, they don't produce their fruits, which are their nuts, every year because they do it sporadically so that the animals that feed on their nuts, like deer and wild boar, can't seasonally count on this as a food source. Because if they did, every year at the same time, the deer and the boars would come and eat all the fruits because they know that they would be there at every time of the year. So the oak trees and the beech trees, they will flower and produce nuts every other year, every 2 years. And they really try and make it sporadic, but they synchronize with each other. So they're all releasing their seeds and fruits at the same time, but it is not every year, in order to ensure that the deer can't count on that and that some of their young will survive and grow up into big trees and won't get eaten.
Well, amazing. That's amazing. You know, you take a look at this. They look like little porcupines here. They're all prickly. You know, anytime you do go outdoors, you always have to keep an eye open for such things as poison ivy. Ooh. Now, off the side of the trail, there is poison ivy, so it's important to stay on the trail here at the Pottsville Bike Hike Trail. Here is poison ivy right here, and there's a saying, leaves of three, leave it be, it's poison ivy. Now, poison ivy will produce flowers. Those flowers produce white berries. During the winter, a lot of birds, including the cardinal, will eat the poison ivy berries. So it's a good survival food. So poison ivy has its benefits in that regard. But some people are very allergic. Some people, no problem at all. It's what happens. That's nature, and that's how it is here at the Pottsville Bike Hike Trail, a little island of nature next to the Pottsville JFK swimming pool and a nice neighborhood in this area.